Hi. On April 27, 2014, I had another strange dream about the end times. On that night, I dreamt that my husband and I were driving down this 2-lane highway that was very narrowed. There was a bunch of debris that looked like styrofoam. Some were metals, and there were trucks and some other stuff all around and on this highway. So we were driving slowly because there was so much stuff, so much debris on the highway. I remember my husband saying to me, he said specifically that this company has been around for a long time. And that's how he said. Then I saw a crew of people cleaning up the highway. One guy was picking up some of the debris and styrofoam with a dustpan. He was bending down, picking them up. Again, we were going very slow on this highway because of all the debris and the men cleaning up the highway. We didn't want to hit them. Then again, my husband said to me, this company has been around for a long time. I thought, okay, I don't know why he said that again. They must be a big company because their buildings, their equipment, and their trucks were stretched out on both sides of the highway. And this highway was very long, from what I remember. Also, I remember looking out the window of the car we were in, and I saw all kinds of equipment and black plastic carry-out containers that restaurants use for your carry-out orders. Then all of a sudden, what I thought I was seeing as being the black plastic carry-out food containers were actually dark plastic-like coffins. They were identical to the ones I saw in FEMA camps. And these FEMA camps, with the coffins that I saw, are covered in some of the YouTube videos. So I saw a bunch of these huge black, I guess they look like plastic containers. They were stacked on top of one another. And I knew they were going to be used as coffins. I don't know if they are actually plastic, like I said, but they were definitely not the nice-looking kind of coffins you would put, someone else in, or like your loved ones, or, someone special to you. So, let's see, what else did I see? I'm trying to remember. Okay. So when I saw this, I remember I shouted to my husband to look at the coffins. I said to him, I believe I said, those are the coffins that are going to the FEMA camps. Then I saw this man, maybe in his 50s, who I think was one of the workers. He looked like he might have been one of the workers because he had on blue jeans and what looked like a work shirt. He came out of this area, like a fenced-in area. So he came out from a gate in that area. And I don't know. It looked like maybe he had been in a meeting or some type of secret meeting, or I don't know. But I felt like he had some secret knowledge, like he knew something that we didn't know. And from what I remember, he said, I know he said this. He said, "It's time to go." Then I remember seeing a female worker. She got into this big company truck. And what I mean by company truck, I'm not talking about a pickup truck. I'm talking about one of those huge trucks. I don't know what they call it, but it's huge. It's one of those huge trucks that they haul big equipments in. I don't know anything about trucks, but that's what it looked like. So as she was trying to get into this truck and back the truck up, the guy that said it's time to go, he then said to her, "Hurry, get out of here." And then the next thing, the dream switched, and I found myself in what looked like a motel room, like an old, rundown motel room. I was looking out this dark hallway of this motel, and I saw a group of people in another room to my left. They looked like they were having some kind of meeting. In the dream, I knew that when I was looking out in this hallway, I was looking and watching and waiting for my teammate or collaborator or someone that I knew was supposed to be there to help me. And so again, I was waiting and looking for this person to appear any moment. The next thing I remember, the group of people finished their meeting and they all started walking down this dark hallway that I was looking into. One lady, she walked up to my door and immediately walked into my room. Now, I didn't expect it to be her, but for some reason, I knew she was my teammate or helper. She didn't say a word to me, but I knew right away it was time to go. She had her part, and she knew what she needed to do. She went to work right away. I saw her trying to do something to the ceiling in the room, and for some reason I knew right away that I needed to pack. Well, I walked over to the closet and grabbed some shirts. I was thinking that we have to dress in layers. I grabbed a couple of button-down shirts for my daughter and me. And then I went to the dresser and grabbed maybe 3 or 4 underwear for my daughter. I remember seeing cute cartoon pictures on her underwear, which I thought was strange. Again, I was thinking we needed to dress in layers. And then I turned around and I saw my daughter standing there, already dressed in layers. I think she had on jeans, and I remember her wearing a t-shirt and a button-down shirt on top of that. So what's weird is my daughter in the dream looks like she was around maybe 7 or 8 years old, but in reality she just turned 20 actually. So in the dream, I think I was thinking that we needed enough clothes to last a couple of days or a few days. I don't remember. And that was all I remember about the dream. But I remember there was a sense of urgency, just a very strong sense of urgency that we had to hurry up, get out of there. Or when the man said it's time to go, maybe he's referring to the rapture. At least that's what I was thinking when I woke up and thought about the dream. And then when my husband said in the dream that this company has been around for a long time, it made me think, or I don't know, it made me think that maybe this has something to do with the Illuminati or the elitists. They have been around for a long time and have been planning this New World Order for a long time. The debris on the highway could be the result of some type of disaster that happened. I don't know. This is just all my interpretation. But if you have any other interpretations you'd like to share, please let me know. Thanks again, everyone, for listening.